Hello, everybody. Welcome in. It is Roving Island World Tour 2 night, and it is our finale night. So, welcome in, everybody, and I hope we're ready for an interesting race here tonight from our AM division. 10 weeks, very, very long, arduous, hard racing from these guys here on the racetrack today, and it all comes down to this last 1 hour endurance race here on a track that we just don't see very often. So let's break it down. Qualifying settings are the same as racing conditions. That includes the endurance races. It is a open group 3, no Toyotas and no VGT series, and it is a BOP on, no tuning series. Boost is off. Grid start with a false start check. Slipstream strength is real. Our mechanical damage is heavy. Initial fuel is a full tank of fuel at the start of the race, and the only driving aids drivers are allowed are TCS and ABS. Drivers must also use the mandatory tire for one full circuit lap. So in this case tonight, their starting tire will be at the end of lap 2. They can pit, and for the other two tire compounds, it will be 3 laps with the out lap, the full lap, and the in lap to make those tires count towards their mandates. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. Our penalty settings are ghosting is turned off. Our shortcut penalties are weak. Our wall collision and car collision penalties are turned off. Correcting the vehicle after going off course is turned off. And getting hit on the wall, of course, it does not auto-correct. The drivers need to use their reverse to get off the wall. Flag rules are turned on. And our pit lane penalties are also turned on. Ooh, had a little brain fart there, I apologize. And I am your host for the evening, GT45 Gaming, everybody, so welcome in. It's round 10, it's our finale night, and it is a reverse grid based off our championship standings, and it is a 60-minute endurance race. The racing soft, medium, and hard tire is required to be used. It's times 4 fuel and tire here tonight, so every time around the track, it'll be 4 laps of fuel and 4 laps of tires, and it's a double points night, just to add to the pressure to the drivers on what they got to deal with here. So let's break this down for everybody before we kick this race off. And here is our championship points standings. It's Apex Superman in the lead with 378 points. JSAT sitting in second place with 368 points. DDR Kilt in third place with 354 points. With the double points round tonight, it is most certainly possible for one of these drivers to overshoot our number one driver right now, Superman. We got Team Rad's the Damn Cat in fourth place with 330 points. We got Cornstick in fifth place with 318 points. We got Dablis right there in behind with 316 points. Chip Reese with 284 points. Lucky 7 with 278. Hulky had to retire from the series here due to work. Shouldn't be there anymore, so it'd be Pedro in ninth. And yeah, there we go. We got 9 drivers left in the series. Good luck, driver, says Joe. Hey, appreciate you, my guy. So the battle really is between Superman and Jay and Kilt. I mean, Kilt is also the dark horse here in this race tonight, and he can also steal a championship away. So obviously, because it's a reverse grid based off championship point standings, there is not going to be any bonus points for a pole position per se. There hasn't been all season, however, this season, but there is still that ever so important bonus point for that fastest lap on the racetrack here tonight. And I promise those drivers are going to be fighting for that point all night long. So, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, are we ready? I hope we're ready. Alright. Drivers are all ready. We're going to make sure, just one last time, that they're actually ready. Just in case somebody stepped away from the rig for a second. And we're going to get to some racing action. As soon as I get this all sorted out. Alright, we got the keyboard. We've got our controller. We've got our microphone. We are good to go. Let's go TTE, says Mischievous. Alright, we got 2 readies. We got 8 drivers on track here tonight. Out of the 9, one, of course, just coming in on a plane, so he's not going to quite make the race here tonight, unfortunate for him, but I'm sure that he'll be in watching once he has an opportunity to settle in at home. So, 8 drivers are going to take the track here today and battle it out for a championship here in our AM division. The drivers are so funny. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's send it. Bring it home, Superman, says Larry. Superman, 10-point lead over JSET. It's Apex versus 10/10 right now versus at DDR. Those are the three teams that are sitting there fighting for this championship title. Who's going to take the crown here tonight? Well, we're going to find out right now. Let's get the juicy information on. Let's get that off because that's just yucky stuff. Let's get the good stuff on. There we go. 8 drivers take the grid. St. Croix layout a 3-minute laps here, ladies and gentlemen. Kick them tires, light them fires. It's finale night, and the boys are racing. Here we go. We got a false start there from Chip, and oh, it looks like it's going to be a red flag situation going on here. Let's go check it out. That's 1. That's 2. That's a 3. Yep, it's a redder. All right. That is a red flag situation right there. So one driver got caught, false started potentially there, and the other 2 drivers getting into the backside of him there. So the drivers will jump off track. We'll reset this race and we'll do it again. Yeah, they didn't get up to start finish line this time. And we still got the top 4 drivers racing around here. I'm not sure why. There we go. We got Kilt and Superman left on the track here. There we go. Alrighty. No car noises? Oh my goodness, what is going on with my capture card today? I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. It is being fussy. Alright, so we just got to let everybody check back in here, and it should set them right back into order. Go Jay Sandbagger. Kill TDC, Dabless, Chip, Lucky, and Pedro. Alright, we got 3 readies. 4 readies. 5. Waiting for one more. There we go. Alright. We're going to do it again, chat. Here we go. You can hear? Yeah, no, my capture card is has been acting up a little bit today. It's apparently it's been overworked today, I guess. I'm not sure what's going on. Hopefully it holds up here. Just let me know if it doesn't. We'll fix it real quick. Alright, we're going to do it again. How's it going, Corey? Hope you're having a great day, my dude. And we definitely have game sound now, so fantastic. I'm gonna turn it up just a little bit louder here today, and we're green, and we got no false starts, and everybody gets off the grid this time, so it's race on. Alright, here we go. Lucky 7's going to take us in. There's Pedro was on pole position there, obviously, and a side by side here as we come through corner number 1. And this is going to be a fast racetrack. You're going to see these cars pit at least 2 to 3 times here in this race. We got a little tire action happening there between Pedro and Diabolus there in that orange and black Porsche here. And again, the guy's still paying tribute to Truth and Reconciliation Day here in Canada. That was a couple weekends ago. So great on the drivers here for showing their support. And right now it is Pedro in second, Lucky 7 in third, and Chip there in 4th place. He was on the outside there, took a look, but he just can't quite make it happen. Let's go back and see what's happening here in 4th place between Chip and Lucky 7, and they're still side by side as they come around the corner here. We got Kilt, Superman, TDC in behind, and Chip just backed off a little bit there. He might have had a little wiggle potentially there. as he was coming out of the exit there, and that just slowed him up a little bit here. So we've got Kilt here up into 5th place. We've got Superman up into 6th place. We got TDC here in 7th. We got Jay sitting in 8th place here. So all 3 tire compounds are required here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So remember that. And that means that we're going to see a minimum of 2 pit stops from each of these drivers, at least to cover the 3 tires, the hards, the mediums, and the softs. So we're going to have drivers starting on different tire compounds. It's going to be interesting to see how the drivers pace out on each other like this. So it's Diabolus in the very early race lead here. Got Captain Pedro close behind in 2nd position. We got Lucky 7 here in 3rd place, and he's got Kilt chasing right now as GTR is pulled right onto the back of the Porsche Lucky 7 here. And is he going to take a peek here as we come around the corner? We got Superman taking a defensive line there. He's got the whole train, TDC, Jay, and Chip there. In behind. Chip maybe having a little bit of a mistake there on the racetrack, and he has fallen to the back of the pack, but he's right on top there. Kilt riding the curb right there as Lucky 7 squeezes him out short there, and it is battle on here. We're going to stick with this for a minute because this is kind of where the fight is here right now on the racetrack. Kilt gets a good run. He's going to take a look up the outside coming into Bridge Hill here, and that's right, St. Croix, Bridge Hill, except this one's going to the left instead of the typical B layout we're used to seeing where it goes to the right. So there we go. Looks like does everybody survive Bridge Hill the first time? It looks like everybody survives Bridge Hill the first time, so that's fantastic. It's still Diabolus in the race lead, but he's got Pedro absolutely all over him here as we come through the S's. We got Lucky 7 in behind there, and that could be a track limit penalty there. He was all fully on curbing, and there it is, half-second track limit penalty. You got to keep 2 tires on the racing surface here at St. Croix, or they are going to penalize you every time here because the track is so wide. So Kilt's going to tuck in behind, and all he's got to do is really stay patient at this point. Now, he doesn't have to force anything at the moment here. The penalty serving line is going to be coming up soon enough, and we got a very high-speed corner here. A little bit of accordion effect. Superman's making his way up fairly quickly here. He's up into 5th place out in behind this battle. He's got TDC side by side with him there in 6th place, and he's going to try and put a wrench in this championship run here. We're 3 wide coming into the corner. Lucky 7 sorts out. Nope, he's going to put it in the middle, and Superman sends it in deep, and he clears both those cars and doesn't have to worry about it there. So he gets a great run out of the final corner here, and he is now up into 4th position. He's got a couple of cars in between him and Jay set right now, and Jay needs to finish ahead of Superman if he wants to overrun Superman, so it is going to be fight on here. Diabolus in the lead. He's got 1.2 seconds over Captain Pedro there in 2nd place, and these guys have broken free from the rest of the pack. There's 3.8 seconds. We got Kilt there in 3rd place. He's got Superman very close behind here in 4th. We got TDC in that Dodge Viper here in 5th place. We got Chip in 6th. We've got Lucky 7 there in 7th place, and we got Jay here in 8th position, just settled in behind these drivers here right now, and he's going to get a run on Lucky 7 there. It's going to be side by side, so Jay's going to be looking to move up into 7th place here. And as he comes around, can he clear coming into the next corner? Ooh, he just clears Lucky 7 there from Victory Pace Racing, and it is 7th place there for J-Set. So here we go. Lots of racing left. We're only 4 minutes in. This is going to be a long race for these drivers. It's a very arduous racetrack. There's a lot of corners, and this racetrack really throws a little bit of everything at you as a racer. It's a good testament to your ability and your skill as a race car driver. These St. Croix tracks are very technical and high speed. Got Captain Pedro here, and he's 1.4 seconds in behind Diabolus right now. He's doing a great job at maintaining that pace. We've got Kilt here in 3rd place trying to close back in. It was, what is the gap there? 3.5 seconds, so he hasn't gained anything yet on those guys. We got Superman here. He's 3.5 seconds in behind Kilt right now, and he's got Chip Reese in tow right there in 5th place. So that 4C trying to get a run on that GTR, but that GTR is just going to have a little more top end than that 4C is going to have. And you can see Chip just looking to get some clean air here. Moves out in and side by side. He's going to go up the inside here. Can he get there? No. Superman again just goes in late and covers him off, and he's going to keep the position. And Superman is on a mission tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We have Chip Reese here in 5th place. We got TDC here now in 6th. We've got Jay in 7th and Lucky 7 here in 8th place. In the field very tight together in the mid-pack here. So seeing all 3 tire compounds on these racing cars here in tonight's race to start this race off. So it's going to be interesting to see how all of that settles at the end of the night here. It is Diabolus, so right now 1.8 seconds clear from ATK's Captain Pedro there. He gets a wide entry into the first part of that chicane, and that's really going to cost him coming into the second part of the chicane there. And that should allow Pedro potentially maybe to gain a little bit of time there. But he actually slips a little bit there, and he's at 2.5 seconds. And Kilt is now on the charge here, 1.1 seconds in behind Captain Pedro. We got Superman here, and he's just 5.7 seconds behind here, and currently leading this second pack of cars here around the racetrack. He's got Chip Reese still very close behind here, but this Chip just can't quite get that car around that GTR's power right now, and Superman again going to cover him off coming around the sweeper here, but Chip might get a run there, and just the power of that old 99 GTR just showing its prowess here on this racetrack, and Chip is battling hard here. He's trying to get the ultimate inside position on that car, but he just can't seem to tuck it inside right now, and he is fighting hard, but Superman is just keeping it cool, calm, and collected here right now. He's going to break the toe, and Superman's going to come into pit lane, so an early pit stop here from Superman. Got Lucky here in 6th place. We've got Superman going to go down into 8th there. Jay's now in 7th, so Lucky has gotten around Jay there back again, and those two are battling for 7th and 8th place here right now, but it is Diabolus with the race lead, 2.5 seconds clear of Kilt now, who's in 2nd place, but he's got a half-second penalty, so that's going to allow Kilt to close up that gap by about a second at the penalty serving zone, because it is a very high-speed section, so that momentum loss is going to cost about twice what that penalty is worth. We've got Captain Pedro here in 3rd place, and he is trying to keep pace with these drivers up in front here. He's doing a great job. He's got 7 seconds from TDC right now, so Team Rad Driver here up into 4th position with that pit from Superman. We've got Chip Reese in 5th. We got Lucky 7 up into 6th. We got Jay right in behind in 7th place, and Superman comes out 12 seconds behind the pack here. And the man has a plan, so let's see how the plan plays out here. Alright, so it's Diabolus here, 2.5 seconds, just kind of controlling the pace right now. 309.8 right now is his best lap, but Kilt has a 307.299 in behind there, so he's holding fastest lap currently on the racetrack. And again, that point is ever so important here tonight, especially in this race. So those double points could put you into a tie, and that fastest lap point could be that tie-breaking point here tonight. It's really hard to say what's going to happen here right now. Got Captain Pedro here in 3rd position. He's got 2 seconds to Kilt right now in behind. We've got TDC here in that Dodge Viper currently sitting in 4th place as he's cruising up the road. We got Chip and Jay here in 5th and 6th place now, and they're side by side. Lucky 7 losing that spot to Jay there. Maybe made a little mistake, maybe went a little bit wide, not sure, but side by side action here from Chip and Jay, and Chip is going to hold the position from Jay set here for the time being, and that keeps Chip in 5th place, with Jay now up into 6th position. We got Lucky 7 here in 7th position, and Superman tracking very quickly here, got the gap down to 9.8 seconds on the back of the pack here after that pit stop. So how long do the drivers opt to stay out on their racing tires for? How many stops are they looking to make here tonight? It all kind of is strategy here. This is a huge strategy race tonight. Fuel is definitely going to be an issue in this race. Tires are going to eat away at these cars very quickly, because it is a very intricate race course at high speed, so there's a lot of load on the left and right hand side tires as you go around this racetrack. That's going to chew the tires up pretty quickly, so the drivers have got their handful here tonight without a question of a doubt. TDC here in 4th place. He got 6.6 seconds in behind 3rd place right now. Chip is 6 seconds in behind him. He's got Jay half a second in behind. Ooh, clipping the wall right there is Jay. He's fortunate not to pick up some damage there. That's going to stem that momentum, and you can see that Porsche driver really closing in quickly on him there. And this is very quickly becoming a 3-way battle for 5th, 6th, and 7th place. Jay's tucked right in behind that 4C right now. And is he going to try and get it done here into the final corner to start lap number 4 on the racetrack? We'll have to wait and find out. They're going to take a pit. Nope, they're going to stay out. They're on that wide line, and they're going to continue up the racetrack here. So we got TDC coming into pit lane, opting to get off that hard racing tire here as well. So it's Diabolus here still in the race lead, and Kilt has tracked him down. So it's 310, 309 to a 307 and a 308 here right now coming from Kilt. And the pressure is on for the race lead here, so let's stick with this battle here for 1st place for a moment. And I know there's going to be a battle in the mid-pack there too. We got to keep our eyes on everything that's happening here right now. Yeah, we just got to keep our eyes on everything that's happening here right now. Some good battling happening. Alright, so the gap is half a second. Diabolus is doing a good job of controlling the pace, keeping Kilt in behind. You can see Captain Pedro just coming in behind in the distance there in the background. He's not that far off these drivers, only 3 seconds. He's still in eyesight, so the more that these drivers start to battle, the better chance that Pedro is going to have a closing back up again. And this is a great battle here between Diabolus and DDR's Kilt here right now. And Kilt looking for the undercut here for, he gets the power down, but the Porsche just edging him out there. Ooh, a little bit of contact between the two drivers right there. And no harm, no foul. Everybody stays on track. Doesn't look like there's any damage to either one of the two cars, but a little bit of a miscalculation there from that GTR driver in behind and just tapping into the back end of the Porsche driver. That has allowed Captain Pedro to shed a second off of the two leaders up in front. So he's staying cool, calm, and collected back there, and he's good to go. We got Chip here in 4th place, and he also incurred some damage on this racing car here from somewhere, so we're not sure what's going on there. Let's go do some investigative work. We got Jay in behind here in 5th place. We're not seeing any damage on his racing car, and we've got Lucky 7 here in 6th. We're not seeing any damage on his racing car, so it looks like it is a self-induced moment. Jay and Chip here now side by side as they come through the corner. Here's McLaren versus Alfa Romeo. And Chip's going to have the inside track coming into the next corner. Is Jay going to be looking for an undercut here as he comes around? Nope, he's just going to have to settle back in behind the 4C driver. So let's go take a look here. Superman is 5 seconds in behind this pack now after that early pit stop. TDC's got 14 seconds, and you can see he's still trying to get the heat in those tires as he comes sliding around the corner. Kilt has gotten the position from Diabolus here. Of course, the moment we leave it happens, and now has the race lead here. So Diabolus is in behind here, and it is 3/4 of a second gap right now between the two drivers. We've got Chip in 4th place, and he's still got Jay set just stuck to the rear bumper of his car, and he makes a mistake there, and that is enough for Jay to get around him here for the time being. So Jay set currently moving up into 4th place, but Chip looking to respond back coming around the next corner here, and it is a 3-way battle here for 5th, 6th, and 7th place. 4th, 5th, and 6th place, pardon me, between Jay, Chip, and Lucky 7, and Chip is going to take a look up the inside there, and Jay is just going to hold him off there. So we lost the camera angle right through the corner there. I think Chip might have checked up just a little bit. He was getting a little tight inside, but that momentum loss has now got Lucky 7 charging up here, and as we come around the final corner here, we got Lucky 7 coming into pit lane. Jay and Chip are opting to stay out there, so Jay now up into 4th position here. All right, so it's DDR's Kilt. He is still in the lead of this race. He's got Diabolus chasing, and Diabolus is 2.7 seconds in behind, and it seems to be falling apart for him here right now. Pedro's all over the back end of him there. A little bit of dirty air crossed Pedro up there, but he managed to keep it on track there, and he is right back on top of Diabolus here. So this is a good fight here right now up in the front of the pack, and Diabolus and Pedro here battling it out, and this is a good little race coming from the ATK driver here right now. Superman and Kilty, let's go, fellas. Alright, so Captain Pedro, he's in the slip there. Oh, he lost the slip there for a second. He's going to tuck right back into it there. I don't think he's too concerned about the slipstream right now. I think he's just more worried about getting that turn in on that car. And again, a wiggle coming from Diabolus there, and a few more of them. And Pedro's going to be able to eventually take advantage of that. So he's going to have to be careful on those exits here and keep that car nice and stable. We've got Jay here in 4th place. And right now he's got Chip in behind, still chasing here in 5th position. We've got Superman here in 6th place. We've got TDC here in 7th, and we've got Lucky 7 here in 8th place. So Superman closing back in. Alright, so it is Kilt with the race lead here. 3 of our drivers have made their first pit stops here today, and it's just a matter of when our race leader is going to decide to start making those pit stops here, and then where does everybody settle out after that said sequence of pit stops happens here as well. So we got Diabolus in 2nd position. It's Captain Pedro here chasing in 3rd. He's backed off a little bit there, lost a little bit of ground. 1.5 seconds is the gap now. We got Jay trying to open the gap up on Chip in behind here. He's got it down to about 1.3 seconds, give or take, and it's going down and coming up a little bit here. Of course, Chip would be battling right now, I think, with Jay if it wasn't for the damage he's carrying on the race car, so I'm not sure what happened there. And Superman now closing in here. So Superman is 1.4 seconds off of Chip here. And that alternative strategy starting to pull him back into the field. 3:07 fastest lap already. Ugh, I need to work on my times real bad. That was from Kilty. Kilty's got fastest lap here right now. We got Lucky 7 here in 8th place. Oh, don't worry, Misty. We made sure right before I left the driver's briefing he was aware of the condition of his car. We've got DDR Kilt here in 1st position. We've got Diabolus here in 2nd. We got Pedro here in 3rd. Pedro's having a good race here. He's closing right back in on Diabolus here. He's got it just under a second now again. And when are these drivers going to pit is the bigger question now, I guess. We got Jay here in 4th position. We got Chip here in 5th place. We got Superman closing quickly here on Chip here in 5th place as well. So battle on here between our championship points leader and Chip. Now Jay is probably hoping for a little bit of help here from Chip, as Jay is just only 1 car ahead here, and he's going to need a little bit more spots than that on Superman here at the end of this race if he wants to overrun Superman here for that title this week. But he can definitely do it. It's all going to come down to what happens in this race. Ooh, Chip grazes the wall a little bit there on that exit, and that's going to give Superman the run, and his slingshot engaged, and there he goes, easy peasy, gets the job done, puts the power down, slingshot gets him around the race car, and he's got it clear and free here as he comes into turn number 1 to start lap number 6 here. So Diabolus has come into pit lane, so the first of our race leaders now making their first pit stops of the race here. So Kilt has now 8 seconds to Captain Pedro here in 2nd place. Kilt now trying to open the gap here up front. No, he's in the same car. He's just got a different color on it. We got Jay here in 3rd position. We got Superman here in 4th place. We've got Chip here in 5th. So Superman has made his way around Chip, and now he's on the hunt here for Jay set again. And it's going to be battle on between these two. I think it's going to be a good race between those two drivers when they hook up here. We've got Team Rads, the Damn Cat, here in 6th place, 11 seconds to gap to Chip. We got Diabolus here, 1.2 seconds in behind the Damn Cat. And we got Lucky 7 here in 8th position. So, got Kilt coming around. When is he going to make that pit stop here? We're on lap 6. We're almost, we're going to say we're a third of the way through lap 6 as we go through that timing sector right there. Captain Pedro here in 2nd. We got Jay in 3rd place, and that gap is 2.3 seconds to Superman here in 4th place. We've got Chip now in behind here in 5th place, and then it's 10 seconds to the Damn Cat. Now, top 5 drivers have yet to make their first pit stop, so all of that, of course, will change once those drivers do make those pit stops. And we got Lucky 7 with some front end damage there on that portion. Some of these drivers not having a great experience here with St. Croix. Again, very difficult racetrack. You got to be very patient with it. You got to let your car take the time it needs to get around these corners on this racetrack, and you got to be very patient on your throttle depending on the exits. So Kilt is coming around here, and it's 9.2 seconds to Captain Pedro here in 2nd position. Jay's coming around. He has 1.2 seconds over Superman here currently right now on the racetrack, and I kind of think I see where the strategy is leaning coming from Superman here right now. We've got Chip here in 5th place. We've got the Damn Cat now 9.4 seconds, so he's definitely bleeding into the time of Chip Reese here. We got Diabolus in 7th position, and we got Lucky 7 here in 8th position, and just unfortunately with that damage, so not having a great race here maybe tonight, but he is still out there putting in paces. He is definitely on the move. Yes sir. Alright, here we go. It's DDR Kilt. He's coming around the final corner. Is he going to dive into pit lane? Yes, he is. He is going to get off those racing tires. He doesn't have the fuel, I think, to go around another lap. Let's see if Pedro now jumps into pit lane. He's setting up like he's coming into pit lane. That is the case. All right, so here we go. It's J-Set and Superman now. They both have the fuel to go around again. The question is, are they going to go around again? It's decision time here for these two drivers, and what is the plan? So Superman did something a little bit different, and undercut is in effect here. So we're going to see Superman, he has cleared his hard tires, he's cleared those medium tires. Now we're going to see him jump onto those soft tires, and that is where his strategy is in lying. So he's going for the undercut and hoping that it puts him up ahead of Jay when Jay comes back around the racetrack here. And with the difference in tire compounds, it is a very good possibility that that will happen. It's going to be Kilt here in 2nd position. We got Diabolus here in 3rd place. We've got Captain Pedro in 4th position. He's just coming out right now in 4th position, so he comes out just in behind Diabolus by about 3.5 seconds. We've got Superman here in 5th place. We've got Damn Cat here in 6th. We've got Chip in 7th, and Lucky 7 here coming around right now in 8th. Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen, in 8th place. Choking on my own words tonight. Alright, so it's Jay in the race lead here right now. Kilt is 6.7 seconds in behind him. in second place. So when Jay finally does make that first pit stop, that will give the race lead back to Kilt. We've got Diabolus here in third place. We've got Captain Pedro here in fourth place. We got Superman in fifth. We've got Chip in sixth. We got the Damn Cat in seventh. And we got Lucky 7 in eighth place. Now Kilt is 24 points out from a championship over Superman here right now, and currently has that gap very, very close. If the race were to finish right now, Kilt would be 2 positions ahead of Superman, and that would really tighten up those points that are in the lead, but I don't think it's quite enough to overtake Superman. So it's going to be interesting. It is going to be interesting to see what's going to happen here. We can definitely look like to say it's going to be J-Set is going to be pitting this next time around there, as that fuel is now down into the red part of his fuel tank. So I would assume that we're going to see him make the pit stop this, at the end of this lap. We've got Kilt chasing him down here, 6.6 seconds in behind. We got Diabolus 8.6 seconds in behind Kilt. Got Captain Pedro here is 4.5 seconds in behind Diabolus. Superman tracking here, he's 9 seconds in behind Captain Pedro. We got Chip here in 6th place. And the Damn Cat just in behind here in 7th place and closing in quickly. You can see that time is dropping here as the Damn Cat is pushing here on the back of that Alfa Romeo and not using the slipstream right there. So I'm a little surprised to see that. But maybe just playing the patience game here right now. Again, it's a long race. We're only 22 minutes into a 60-minute race, so we still have little under 38 minutes remaining in this race yet. So there's lots of racing to happen here, and we're side by side with TDC and Chip Reese, and TDC is going to be looking for the undercut power here. Can he get that down? The Viper should have a little more pull on this 4C, but the Chip getting a great exit out of there and maintaining some good pace and speed, but he's going to go wide right there, and that's going to give TDC an opportunity to get the run here. And that is exactly what's going to happen here. So he is on the outside as he goes across the bridge. He's going to grab that position over Chip Reese, and he is going to have 6th place coming into the chicane here, nearing the end of the lap. I guess this is about our 2/3 point of the race right here at the end of the bridge. So TDC moves up into 6th position, and Jay is coming into pit lane here now like we suspected. So it is DDR Kilt here in 1st place now as he comes across the line to start lap number 7. Yeah, Larry's there. Larry is there. I know Larry is watching intently. He'll have that update for us as soon as the race concludes here today. So that's fantastic. We've got Jay in pit lane. Of course, he's going to drop positions there with that pit stop. We're going to see Pedro go back up into 3rd place. Superman's going to go ahead of J-Set there up into 4th. We've got TDC here in 6th. We've got Chip in 7th, and we've got Lucky here in 8th place. So it is Kilt here, and as Kilt comes around, he's got a 12.3 second gap over Icer's Diabolus. Pedro is closing in that gap a little bit. It's now 6 seconds. It was definitely more than that just a few seconds ago. Superman is closing in very quickly here. He's got that down to 4 seconds and closing here on Pedro, but of course that tire difference is why we're seeing that. So Superman's really trying to charge to the front here. Jay comes out in 5th place, and he's 11 seconds in behind Superman here. Behind the racetrack after that pit stop. He's got TDC only a second in behind here, and he's got Chip Reese not too far behind in 7th place as well, and Lucky 7 here in 8th place. So he needs to get that McLaren moving and keep that thing in clean air and try to avoid that battling with those 2 drivers in behind if he wants to have a chance at closing up that gap on Superman here today. His DDR is Kilt here in 1st position, and he is just doing everything he can. He's just trying to open up a big gap here right now on the field, and that is his goal. He's on a reverse strategy here. As it appears, we got Icer Diabolus here in 2nd place. We got Pedro here in 3rd position. We got Superman here in 4th place, and it's 2.5 seconds to Pedro. We got Jay here is 11.3 seconds in behind Superman, and TDC is closing. So that Dodge Viper straight line power is going to be an issue for this McLaren here as we progress around this racetrack. So Jay needs to be very aware where this driver is in behind and just not leaving the door open to lose any time battling. We've got Chip here in 7th, and we got Lucky 7 here in 8th place, and it always gets interesting on finale night, doesn't it, ladies and gentlemen? But it is Kilt almost 16 seconds up the road here right now. He is flying around the racetrack right now. We've got Diabolus here in 2nd place, and he's still holding fastest lap, 307.3 on the racetrack there as well. We got Pedro here in 3rd place and closing in on Diabolus right now. He has that gap from 6 now to 4.3, but look who's coming. Apex Racing Superman is on the charge here as they come up Bridge Hill in 4th place, and the target is that orange McLaren up in front here right now. Let's sit on board with our Apex Sim Racing team driver Superman here as he tries to get the job done by the end of this lap here. So there is a tire difference here, obviously. That's why we're seeing the gap close so quickly, and that's why having all 3 tire compounds mandatory in the race makes for a strategic race here, because ultimately strategy could potentially win the race here. Superman's on a good alternative strategy here right now, and it could pay off for him here tonight for sure. And you can see the run that he gets on that hard tire driver of Pedro in 3rd place there, and he's just gonna roll up beside him there on that soft tire and probably clear him by the time we get to the corner here. And yes, he does. He fully clears Pedro there, and he's going to move up into 3rd place, and then he's going to jump up into 2nd place there as Diabolus jumps into pit lane. So 2 spots in 1 corner there for Superman. He now finds himself sitting in 2nd place in the race here with about 33.5 minutes remaining. Diabolus in pit lane. We've got Team Rad's the Damn Cat here now up into 4th place, has gotten around Jay set there in the McLaren as well. Jay here in 5th place. He's got 5.2 seconds of chip race here in 6th. Diabolus is going to be coming out on that other compound of tires, so he'll be the first of the drivers with Superman to clear all 3 tire compounds here in the race, and they are good to go to the end with whatever it is that their strategy is here now. And it is Kilt here right now in the race lead here, so charging, and 21 seconds is the gap over Superman here in 2nd place. Pedro here is starting to lose a little bit of pace, obviously different tire compounds here between the 2 drivers, and Superman is now trying to close up the gap to Kilt there up in front. So it's the Damn Cat here in 4th position, and he's got 1.2 seconds over the McLaren and behind a J. We've got Chip Reese here in 6th, we've got Diabolus in 7th, and we've got Lucky 7 here in 8th place. So not too much happening right now. Midway point of the race, it's usually the way it goes. It's especially with the pit strategies that are so varied here with the drivers on different tires they started on due to the different strategies. We have a few 2-stop strategies definitely happening. We got a couple of 3-stops here, and one's very alternative 3-stop here. It's a strategy that was playing on the back of my mind here throughout the week as well if I were racing, and it looks like Superman's going to put it to work. So be interesting to see how it works for him here, and it could pay off. It most certainly could pay off. Yeah, 306.569 right now from the Damn Cat, now currently holding that fastest lap, so trying to be a spoiler here tonight, stealing that extra bonus point away from our top 3 drivers. Got Kilt though in the lead. Superman's here in 2nd, so Superman's done enough right now. If the race were to finish, he would hold that championship title over Kilt. I mean, Kilt's only got 8 points ahead, 8-point grab on him right now, and that's not going to be enough to overtake Superman from 3rd place. So it's not going to cut the mustard there for him, unfortunately. It's TDC here in 4th place and Jay in 5th. However, Kilt could jump over J-Set here in the championship into 2nd place. If it were a race like this, Kilt would finish in 2nd place overall. We got Chip making a mistake coming onto the bridge there, kept it out of the walls. There's no damage on that racing car, but he's going to get it going up Bridge Hill there. We got Diabolus in 7th and Lucky 7 here in 8th place. He's still carrying that front aero damage right now. Superman is most certainly on the move. Most certainly on the move. Alright, so it is a DDR Kilt here, and looking real solid here as he's coming to start lap number 10 here in the race, and we're about at the midway point of our race now. So we figure it's about 19 or 20 laps with the pit stops here for our AMs today, and that is about what we're on target for here. But Kilt is losing that gap here a little bit to Superman up in front here. So it was 22 seconds, now it's down to 19.7 in closing. So Superman is definitely doing what he needs to do right now to try and secure this thing here tonight. We got Captain Pedro in 3rd place, and the trains are coming. We got TDC in 4th right in behind, and we got Jay in 5th right in behind here as well. So let's sit on with Team Rad's TDC here. The Dodge Viper, as we head around turn 1, is going to take a nice tight line coming through the first corner there. Jay is going to take the sweeping outside corner there just to try and get momentum, and neither one of these drivers are going to make an immediate move coming around the corner here. We're side by side with Pedro and the Damn Cat here as we go into this left-hander, and the Damn Cat does have the position on Pedro there, and checking out Pedro, just backing out a little bit, letting the Damn Cat have that spot there, and it caught up Jay a little bit there. So Jay now just making his way around there, and now he's going to have to try and close that gap up on that Viper. That cost him the slipstream there getting caught up in that tussle between the three cars there. So position made up into 4th place now is Jay and the Captain Pedro, losing a couple of positions there in that exchange. So it is killed here, 19.9 second gap over at Apex Sim Racing Superman. We've got Team Rad's the Damn Cat here in 3rd place. We've got Jay chasing in 4th. Captain Pedro is still tucked in behind there in 5th place. We got Chip Reese here in 6th position. We got the Abelis here in 7th, and we got Lucky in pit lane there. He's going to get that car tended to, and he's going to get himself back out on track as well. Let's go, Jay. How you doing, Savannah? Hope you're doing good, darling. Alright, so it is killed here in the race lead, representing Team DDR here. And once the season is over, we'll officially become a 10-10 Racing member here as well. So welcome into Kilt Racer. Definitely glad to have him on board. I've been working with our group here over the last 3 weeks as well, and he's looking good here tonight. But this guy right here is on the winning strategy here. I think I really do. When I seen him come in early on that hard tire and come out of the medium, I knew he's in the best current spot right now to win based off how the drivers have started this race. And yeah, I think he's done enough. I really do. He just still needs to keep it right. I mean, he's got 28 minutes of racing left to go. He needs to keep his focus. He needs to keep it on track. He needs to keep that car out of trouble, and he needs to keep pushing. But I think he's got the strategy that's going to secure his first championship for him here tonight. I really do. All right, we got TDC here in 3rd place, and JSET is about 2.5 seconds in behind there in 4th, and I just don't think Jay's got enough in the tank there to answer Superman here. We've got Captain Pedro here in 5th, we've got Chip here in 6th, we got the Abelis in 7th, and we got Lucky here in 8th place, so it's going to be interesting to see how it all works out. The Penske GT7, hey, let's go Super, you got this, my man. Hey, what's up, Ethan? Welcome in, brother. Alright, 19.5 seconds is the gap from Kilt to Superman. Now, Kilt is in no immediate hurry right now to get off the racetrack. He has got plenty of fuel in his racing car, so really the goal is to try and continue building on this gap, because at some point he is going to have to get onto that racing hard tire yet, and then Superman is going to be coming out on another set of soft tires, and he is going to have some momentum to catch that 1st place driver, so Kilt needs to keep pushing here. We've got Team Raz the Damn Cat currently sitting in 3rd place, and he's now opening that gap up over JSET here in 4th place. But there is quite a bit of a difference in pit stop strategies here, as we can clearly see on the screens in front of us. We got Captain Pedro here in 5th place, and you got Diabolus and Chip here very close together here. 6th and 7th place, only half a second separating the two of them here. So a nice little battle starting to brew between these two drivers right now. And they got about 13 seconds in behind Pedro, so if they were smart, they would be using each other here a little bit to do some bump drafting, some slipstreaming, and try to catch that driver up in front instead of battling each other. But we'll see what happens if they catch up to each other, if that's the play they're going to make. Got Lucky 7 here in 8th place. I mean, we still got 26.5 minutes remaining in this race. Anything, and I mean anything, can happen yet in this race. And well, it's Kilt charging right now. 19 seconds. Superman is cutting that gap, though. He is pushing hard here to close up every 10th he can on Kilt up in front. And at some point, both those drivers are going to make their final pit stops here. So we got TDC here in 3rd place. We've got Jay here in 4th position. We got Pedro here in 5th. We got Diabolus in 6th. We got Chip in 7th. 2 seconds in behind Diabolus. He's just losing a little bit of pace with that Porsche driver right now. We got Lucky 7 trying to charge back up here. He's almost got a minute in behind Chip there, so he's had to make a pit stop for damage, I believe, and that's what's put him the extra time behind on the racetrack here. So again, not a track that is typically ran very often here in Gran Turismo 7. It's very long, it's very difficult, and it really does require 150% focus every split second around this racetrack. So you just lose that focus for even just a millisecond, and that could be make or break the difference of hitting a wall or not, or going off track around this racetrack. So the drivers are doing a really great job here tonight. Let's jump on board here with Kilt as he takes us around the final sector of the racetrack here. And he's just trying to keep it nice and smooth and stable. It's all about rhythm. I mean, all the racetracks really at the end of the day are about rhythm. You need to get their flow. You need to figure out their rhythm. So Kilty is definitely looking like he's got that rhythm figured out here, and he's just kind of chilling. He's moving, he's grooving, he's putting in the best laps he can right now, And the goal is to try and, of course, hold off the second place driver right now in Apex Racing Superman, who's trying to charge for that championship. Kilt wants it just as much, but has he done enough is the bigger question. He's going to need some help from the field here to put some cars in between him and Superman if he wants to overtake that title. Got Jay said here, he's only 10 points in behind Apex Racing Superman here for the championship. He needs to put about 2 cars in between him and Chris and finish ahead of him there. And that would be enough to, well, make it very, very close. We've got ATK's Captain Pedro here in 5th place. We've got the Icer Diabolist driver here in 6th place. We got Chip Reese from VPR here in 7th. And we've got Lucky 7 here in 8th. We got Team Rad's TDC coming in. He's making what I'm assuming is going to be a final pit stop here. I guess we'll wait and see. And he is coming off of those soft racing tires, and looks like we're going to put another set of softs on there. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Alright, so we got Jay now up into 3rd place. We've got Captain Pedro also coming into pit lane in behind here. We're going to watch this crew fill this car up, and he's taking a big load of fuel here right now on this racetrack. And they pull the lollipop, and the driver takes off here. And he's going to lose that position just to Chip Reese coming out of pit lane there. So he's going to settle in behind Chip here in 6th place, and it'll be battled back on. And I was correct, he does take another set of racing soft tires there. Alright, so it is Kilt here. He's opened the gap back up to over 20 seconds here right now on Superman. Superman has a pretty hurting left front tire here right now on that race car, so I'm assuming we're going to see a pit stop coming in the near future. Now, this is interesting. The gap here is only 7.8 seconds between Jay and Superman right now. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out in these final sets of pit stops. We've got Diabolus here in 4th place, 23 seconds in behind that group. We've got Chip here 9 seconds in behind. Oh, Diabolus, boy, that didn't go well. A little too much momentum coming out of that corner there, got into the grass there, made a little bit of contact with the wall there, and you can see some damage on the front left side of that racing car, and that's going to allow TDC to get an easy move around him there, and he's going to have to feel out how that car is feeling there now, and that was not what he was looking to do in this final stint here, and that was unfortunate there for Chip. And that's what I mean, just a split second. A split second is all it takes here at St. Croix to have something like that happen. And not sure what happened there, but definitely just a little mistake. May carry too much momentum on the exit there, and he just pulled a little wide, and the grass just pulled him right into the wall there. So it's Kilt in 1st place, 21.6 seconds here. We got Superman here in 2nd place here as well, and as he's coming into the final chicane here, I'm assuming we're going to see a pit stop coming from this driver here, as Jay is peeling time off Superman here right now, 5.3 seconds, and closing is that gap, and that is the difference in these tires right now. We got Diabolus here in 4th place, and he almost got it a little bit wrong there too. As you can see, he was playing in the grass there coming into Bridge Hill, but he's managed to get this thing around Bridge Hill safely, and he's going to keep it up the road. We got TDC here, 5.5 seconds in behind. You hate this track? Not too many people like this track, Leo. It's okay. Chip here in 6th place. We got Captain Pedro here in 7th, and we got Lucky 7 here in 8th. I personally think it's a great track to really test your skill as a racer. I mean, obviously we got tracks like Le Mans and Spa and Nordschleife for that too, but this track is just really, it's just a big, wide, sweeping technical racetrack, and it's about learning how to carry momentum with your race car around corners. And if you can take that out of this racetrack, then you got it. You got something. All right. So what do we got left on the clock here? We've got 20 minutes, just over 20 minutes on the clock. Kilt is pit. We got Jay still out on the racetrack here. It's 3 seconds to Kilt here in 2nd place. He's on that final compounded tire here as well. We got Superman coming out, and we're going to see him come back out on that soft tire without a question of a doubt. We know what strategy he's on here. We've got Diabolus here in 4th place. We got TDC here in 5th. We got Chip in 6th. We got Pedro in 7th. We got Lucky in 8th. Alright, so now Jay is in the lead of this race, and oh man, the points is just, now it's getting down to the nitty gritties here. Let's go take a look, and let's do a quick rough calculation here. If my Discord would react properly here, we can get to some calculating here. Alright, so 4 points separates 1st and 2nd, and it is 6 points separating 1st and 3rd, so that would be 12 points with the double points, if the race were to end right now, Jay would beat Superman by 2 points for the championship. So that is how big the implications are in this race here today. Jay needs to finish 2 spots. He needs first, and Superman needs to finish third or worse. From there, the points start to tighten up, and it gets a lot harder to gain those points advantage. Kilt is going to need a much larger gap to overtake Superman here, but Kilt can still leapfrog Jay set here for second place overall as well. So this is far, 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 far from over. And if the race were to end right now, it would be Jay as our AM Division champion. That's how tight this is here in the top 3. And the top 3 drivers fighting for that championship are our top 3 drivers on the grid here currently right now on the racetrack as well. Pardon me again. So it is Kilt, 6 seconds in behind Jay. He's got 25 seconds over Superman. And again, I really think he's got the right strategy here. We've got TDC tucked right in behind there in 4th place, and Superman really needs TDC to stay back there and not battle with him, because every battle, every attempted pass, every attempted little position change between these two guys is going to cost him time on the racetrack. Right now, he needs to put it down and get away from that Dodge Viper, because that Dodge Viper could really cause him some problems here as we're getting into the setup for this final stint. Yeah, I don't know, he's must be doing voice command, Leo. That's the only thing I could think of. So Jay's trying to open a gap up as quick as he can. He knows that he has to open a big gap here to stand a shot at keeping these 2 drivers in behind. I mean, Kilt's only 6 seconds in behind, but Superman's got 32 seconds total right now behind Jay set. But TDC is right here. He's closed in on Superman here. It is half a second gap between these 2 drivers, and TDC could really, really be a problem here for our championship leader right now. Depending on what happens here over the next couple of laps here, TDC gets a run and starts battling with Superman. That could make a big difference in this final result here tonight. So let's see what happens here. Oh, the Viper gets a great run there. He's going to take a look. He's going to settle in behind Superman here. And this is nose to tail driving. And oh boy, TDC gets it a little bit wrong there. He gathers that car up right at the last minute there. And he's going to lose a little bit of time to Superman. And Superman needed that. He needed that little bit of breathing room there as the dam cat from Team RIWT2 was really putting the pressure on him there in 4th place. So we got Jay making his pit stop here right now. We've got Kilt's going to take over the lead, so this is important. Where is Superman going to come out? Where is TDC going to come out? And where is Jay going to come out? Jay comes out in behind, so Superman's done enough to come out ahead of Jay set. He's got the damn cat chasing here in 3rd place. Jay's now out here in 4th place. We got Captain Pedro here in 5th. We got Diabolus in 6th. We got Lucky in 7th, and we got Chip here in 8th. Here we go. Whew. It's Kilt 24.7 seconds ahead of Superman here in 2nd place. Team RIWT's the Damn Cat chasing in 3rd position, and Jay here in 4th place, tucked in behind those drivers. And boy, this driver has got his workout out for him. The strategy is just not in his favor at the end of this race here. We've got Captain Pedro in 5th place. We got Diabolus here in 6th. We've got Lucky in 7th, and we've got Chip here in 8th position. Alright, it's 24 seconds is the gap. Superman is chasing here in 2nd position. We've got TDC in 3rd place. We've got Jay in 4th, and 4.3 seconds is the gap. Pedro in 5th, Diabolus in 6th, Lucky in 7th, Chip here in 8th position. Alright, we got the race leader on a different tire compound than our championship leader, than the 2nd place driver chasing. So 3 different tire compounds at the end of this race here. Here we go. Kilt is in 1st, Superman in 2nd. We got TDC is not letting him go anywhere right now. TDC is all over the rear bumper of that GTR right now. And this is good for Jay, because he's going to need every little bit of help he can from those 2 right now up in front of him to get into that fight. Captain Pedro here in 5th. We got Diabolus in 6th. We got Lucky in 7th, and Chip here in 8th. So I'm not sure what happened to Chip here, but he's got more damage, and he's just been having a tough night. Alright, so Kilt is going to have about 5 laps remaining when he comes around the last couple corners here on the racetrack. And the gap is being shed by about 3 to 4 seconds a lap here right now from these two. And oh, there we go. The damn cat's going to move up into second place, but he's got a half-second track limit penalty there, so he's going to give it right back to Superman. But then again, there we go with that little bit of battling between these two drivers. It's not going to be ideal. And it looks like both drivers got a half-second penalty, so that's not going to benefit Superman in any way, shape, or form here. And yeah, that's tough to see right there. We got Jay in 4th place, and the gap is closed. He gained half a second, obviously due to the penalty there, and there's a penalty being served. As you can see, the brakes just come on those cars up in front, and the gap is closing here to about 3.2 seconds right now. And oh boy, it is on like Donkey Kong here in the Zam division. We got Captain Pedro in 5th, we got Diabolus in 6th, we got Lucky 7 in 7th, and we got Chip here in 8th position. And we are missing Cornstick here for our final driver in the field. Of course, we've had a couple drivers have to leave the series early here in the AM division. 2 of them due to Forza Motorsports being released, and 1 of them due to real life obligations. And of course, Cornstick just wasn't able to make the race tonight, so down to 8 here for our finale night. But it's been a little run here, different strategies, and it's been interesting to see. And Kilt's holding strong here right now in 1st place. We got Team Rad's Damn Cat here. He's got 1.8 seconds over Superman, but right now Superman doesn't need to stress about that. He's got enough point spread on Kilt where this race could finish here, and he's still going to hold that championship, and he's ahead of Jay. He needs to finish ahead of this driver. So right now Chris is in a good spot. He just needs to keep his emotions down. He needs to stay that focus, and he just needs to bring this thing home. We got Icer Diabolus here in 6th place. We got Lucky 7 here in 7th position. We got Chip in 8th place. So here it is. DDR Kilt as he comes around, getting ready to come across about that 3rd waypoint of lap 15 here. The gap is 21 seconds. It does appear that he's done enough here so far in the race. We've got Team Rad's the Damn Cat here in 2nd position, and he's got 2 seconds over Superman here right now in 3rd place. Jay is 3.2 seconds in behind and trying to close that gap here as well. Got Captain Pedro here in 5th place, and he is all alone there right now in 5th. Diabolus in 6th, much of the same thing. Chip in 7th, and Lucky making his final pit stop, it appears, here for the race, getting some fuel and some new tires on that racing car. Alright, so it's Kilt leading the charge here, and as we're about the halfway point of the race, he may have the win here. That gap just is not coming down fast enough for the amount of laps left. These drivers in 2nd and 3rd place need to push the envelope a little bit harder here if they want to catch him. As TDC here in 2nd place, we got Superman falling off the pace of TDC a little bit here in 3rd position, and as Jay here trying to catch up to Superman here in 4th place. It's 2.6 seconds now, the gap from the McLaren to the GTR up in front. So here we go. It's all going to kick off. I can't wait to see how this ends. Captain Pedro here in 5th place. We got Diabolus here in 6th. We got Chip here in 7th position. We got Lucky 7 here in 8th place as well. So it is Kilt leading the charge, 18.9 seconds here. And, you know, the time is maybe coming down fast enough here from TDC in 2nd place. But he is most certainly running out of time. We're going to come across with just over 12 minutes remaining here. And Kilt is going to make a pit stop here. Okay. I don't know if that was the call there. I think he had the gap. We got TDC coming here in 2nd place, and we're going to see how this works out here. That was an interesting strategy. No, TDC's coming into pit lane as well. Okay. We got Superman coming into pit lane. Interesting. Jay is going to stay out. Did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. Well, okay. My jaw is on the floor. Jay now takes the lead of this race, and oh boy, this may have just played into Jay's favor here. Maybe fuel. I'm not sure. I think he just wanted off the hard tire. I think this was a part of his strategy coming into the race here. I think he had the gap, and he's now going to try and chase Jay down here. So 6 seconds is the gap. Superman is 5.4 seconds in behind right now, and this is not good for Superman. And he's got a 3-second pit lane penalty here. It might have been fuel. You might have been right, ATB. He's got a little more fuel in the tank there. We've got Team Rad's the Damn Cat here in 4th place. He has a new fresh set of tires. We got Diabolus here in 5th. Captain Pedro's coming in 6th. We got Chip in 7th, and we got Lucky 7 and 8. So, okay. Wow, I am in a little bit of shock. I didn't expect that to happen. I'm not gonna lie. I really did think that Kilt had the gap to cover those drivers on the soft tires. I think if he would have stayed out on that hard tire for the remainder of the race, I think he had this thing, if not locked down, at least a few lap battle for 1st and 2nd place. But really surprised, really shocked right now. I did not see that coming. These drivers, they just never cease to surprise us, hey? Let's look at sketchy on making fuel. I agree. I mean, Jay's in good shape here right now. He's definitely got the fuel in that car, it looks like, here to get another 4.5 laps around the racetrack. Kilt is closing in. 5.4 seconds is the gap. And Superman here, that 3-second penalty is so going to hurt him. That's going to allow TDC to get around him here. And, oh boy, here we go. Everything changing. Oh, we lost a driver here. I think we lost Chip. We got Diabolus here in 5th, we got Pedro here in 6th, and we got Lucky 7 here in 7th, and we have lost Chip. Oh, you skipped gas, Chip? Oh, my brother. Hate to see it, my dude. Hate to see it. Alright, well, let's see what happens here. I mean, Kilt can. He is on a different tire compound than the race leader here, so Kilt can still shake down Jay here, and Superman being currently in 4th place right now. I don't even know what to say right now. Larry, I hope you're ready, buddy. We got Kilt here in 2nd place. We've got Team Raz the Damn Cat here in 3rd place. We've got Superman in 4th place, and he's still got to serve that penalty. He's got some damage on that car. Oh boy, it is just falling apart here for our boy Superman right now. But well, anything can happen. That has been shown here already in this race. What we were expecting to see happen has not happened. So, yeah, let's just see what happens at the checkered flag here now. Wow, it's going to be Jay said here, 5.5 seconds up the road, and I'm just in awe. I'm in shock. I'm just in shock right now. I really am. I don't know what to say. I was rooting for Superman, guys. I really was. I'm not gonna lie. Superman's an OG of this page, and I was really rooting for him. And I mean, Jay's one of my drivers. I'm happy as pig for him too right now. But you know what? I was rooting for Superman too. So I hate to see that that's how it ended for him. I really do. It's not over yet, though. We got Kilt. Kilt's chasing him down. 5.4 seconds. Kilt wants that win, man. And teammate or not, he's like, boy, that's mine. I want that championship. Boy, this is going to be close. Team Rad's a damn cat here. He's got 6 seconds over Superman here now. Superman, he's bringing this thing home. He's just going to bring this thing home here at this point. Anything can happen up in front of him. You just don't know what's going to happen until the end of this race. These drivers could run out of fuel. They could crash. They could run out of tires. Anything can happen. They start battling. They could take each other out. Oh, it's going to get spicy. The new hats are getting printed. Yeah. Let's get it, boys, says Alpha. All right, so it's Jay in the lead here. It's Kilt in 2nd position. It's Team Rad's TDC here in 3rd place. It's Superman here in 4th place. You can see some heavy front end damage there on that racing car, and I just don't know what happened there. It's unfortunate. You hate to see it. Diabolus here in 5th place. We got Captain Pedro here in 6th, and we got Lucky 7 here in 7th position. And it is Jay here with the race lead right now. 5.3 seconds is the gap over DDR's Kilt here in 2nd place. There is a tire compound difference there. And Team Rad's TDC has fastest lap on the racetrack right now. So sitting in 3rd place with a 3:06.569 here on the racetrack. And that hasn't been challenged for some time. Now Superman here in 4th place. We got Diabolus here in 5th. We got Captain Pedro in 6th. And we got Lucky 7 here in 7th position. And Chip Reese with an 8th place finisher in the race tonight. In our finale night. So oh no, I'm just hoping it wasn't two drivers came out of the pit lane at the same time and were ghosted inside of each other, and when they unghosted it threw one of the drivers out. That's really my main concern right now. That's the thought going through the back of my mind, to be honest, and I really hope that's not the case. I really hope that's not the case. So Jay is losing that gap on Kilt here on lap 17. It's down to under just over 5 seconds here currently. Kilt is trying to chase him down. We got TDC here in third place, 14 seconds behind the race leaders and 10 seconds ahead of Superman here in fourth position, pardon me. We got Diabolus here in fifth. We got Pedro in sixth, and we got Lucky 7 in seventh place. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Because of the point spread and the way the points are spread out in the series, if Kilt were to finish in first place and Jay was to finish in second place, 2 spots ahead of Superman right now, that would not be enough for Jay set to take the championship from Superman. He would be 2 points short. So a race win is the only thing that is going to give Jay this championship here right now with the way this race is shaped up. He cannot let Kilt pass him. If Kilt passes him, Kilt will single-handedly hand that championship over to Apex Racing Superman for the help. It is only a 4-point spread between second and fourth place. You double that up, that's 8 points. Jay needs 10. So this is not over. This is not over. Kilt here in second position. TDC is the damn cat here in third. It is Superman here in fourth. No team orders. There is no team orders. He's a DDR driver in this championship, ATV. He's not a TT driver in this championship. There's no team orders, my guy. I assure you of that. Kilt wants that championship just as bad as Jay wants that championship, just as bad as Superman wants that championship. This will be a race to the finish line, I guarantee it. And it's closing in. 3.7 seconds is the gap from Jay to Kilt. TDC here in third place. I mean, 14 seconds. And Superman, he just needs to hold his ground right here. Maybe he can grab another spot and help himself out, but really it's going to come down to what happens up front here. He is at the mercy of first and second place right now. He really is. So here we go. Kilt is chasing. 3.5 seconds to gap from our race leader here. We're on lap 18, and that's going to take us with the 3 minutes to go here. Second last lap. Go Kilt, go Kilt, go Kilt. Pull a Penske. All right, here we go. It's going to be 1.5 laps. So next time they come around the start-finish line, that is going to be race over, and they may not even be able to complete the lap because of how long the racetrack is. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. They need to get at least a minute and a bit into that final lap for the timer not to run out before the start-finish line here. No loyalties. Alright, Kilt can see Jay up Ridge Hill there. Jay's actually opened the gap up just slightly, 3.8 seconds. We got Rad's the damn cat here in 14 seconds in behind, and he's 17 seconds clear of our fourth place driver Superman here. We've got Diabolus in fifth. We've got Captain Pedro here in sixth. We got Lucky 7 here in seventh position. So all eyes are on the charge from Kilt to Jay set here right now. I'm cheerleading over there. I'm cheerleading for everybody, man. I'm enjoying the race from all our drivers. Alright, keep that out of the YouTube chat, please. If you guys have a personal issue, you guys need to take that privately, or I'll ban all of you from the YouTube chat. Come on, guys. Don't start. I'm not kidding. Jay here in the lead. We've got Kilt in second place. We've got Team Rad's Damn Cat here in third place. It's Superman here in fourth place. You shouldn't air people's dirty laundry out on somebody's live stream. That's your warning. Diabolus here in fifth place. It's Captain Pedro here in sixth, and it's Lucky 7 here in seventh position. So it is Jay set here leading the race. It is DDR Kilt here in second place, 3.3 seconds to gap. And again, I don't know if the timer's going to run out long enough. Depends when they cross the start-finish line here. The timer's going to run out in another 40 seconds, so it's going to be right down to the wire here. Right down to the wire here. Yeah, I'm not saying you're hating. Just saying leave that in the DMs, please, guys. That's all. We've got TDC here in 3rd place. We've got Superman here in 4th. We've got Diabolus here in 5th. We've got Pedro here in 6th. And we've got Lucky here in 7th. Alright, we're keeping an eye. 2.3. Kilt's charging here now. It's Jay and his Kilt, and the gap is 2.2 seconds. I bet you both these drivers are shaking. I bet you both these drivers are sweating. I bet you the knees are knocking. And focus is going to be very hard here right now coming into the last few corners. Alright, so we got Diabolus coming across in 5th. We got Pedro coming across there in 6th. So it's a 5th place finish for our Australian driver. It's going to be a 6th place finish for our ATK Motorsports driver here in our finale. Lucky 7 will come across there in 7th place. Whenever it is, of course, 7th place happens here. And boy, oh boy, we're getting down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 corners here, chat. 7 corners. 2 seconds to gap. Jay is trying to run here. Here we go. Oh boy, right down to the start-finish line here. Our timer has run out. These drivers only have about another minute left on the timer before we're going to run out here, so. And 1.5 seconds to gap. Kilt's almost in the slipstream here. It's going to come down to these final chicane corners here and the run coming out of them. And here we go. It's Jay and Kilt, 1st and 2nd place, closing up. Final lap. Here we go. Oh boy. That timer is coming. That timer is coming. It's 1.9 seconds. I don't think there's enough there. I'm so quiet. I'm just in anticipation here right now. Oh boy, a close race right here. Oh, Jay makes a mistake. No shot. Jay crashes out on the final corner. Kilt is going to take the race win. Jay's got to get that car turned around. He's got to get that thing across the start-finish line. Oh boy, the nerves, the pressure, it all comes crashing down. Jay crashes out on the final lap here, and he's just got to get that car across the start-finish line. And let's see what happens. Team Rad is coming. Oh boy, Jay is going to take a 2nd place finish. Rad the Damn Cat's going to bring it home here in 3rd place, and that might have been it right there, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This race was full of suspense from start to finish. Nobody's seen that coming. Nobody's seen that coming. And Jay may have just given that championship trophy away to Apex Racing Superman with that huge mistake in the final corner here in our finale. And Superman is going to bring it home in 4th place. And wow, 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 what a race. Oh, gutted for all the drivers here. Some crazy, that was, wow. This is why we start with the AMs every week, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, 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 wow. We're going to have to let our statistician in behind the scenes, he's waiting for the end results of this race here, to get his inputs in. So there you go, Larry. There you go, my guy. It is DDR Kilt with the race win. Is Jay Set in 2nd place. His Team Rad's a Damn Cat in 3rd position, and fastest lap on the racetrack is going to be Apex Sim Racing Superman in 4th position. It's going to be Diabolus in 5th, Pedro in 6th, Lucky 7 in 7th, and Chip Reese in 8th. That is our field tonight, ladies and gentlemen. What an incredible, incredible, incredible race. Wow. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Quite potentially the craziest ever finale we have ever seen here at GT45 Gaming. I'm pretty sure it's yours, Chris. I'm pretty sure it's yours, my guy. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. That's all I could say. What a crazy race. Wow. Yeah, great job, AMS. Congratulations to all our drivers. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I mean, we're just going to be awaiting word from Larry here basically now at this point, our statistician in behind the scenes here. And we'll just wait for his word here. I think it was a 2-point win here by Superman. Absolutely crazy way to finish That race. Wow. Whew. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Good job to the drivers. What an incredible race. What an incredible race. Poor Jay is going to be absolutely beating himself up here right now. It's all good. It is all good. That was a great race, and that was, I mean, right down to the start finish line, right down to the checkered flag. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that for a finale. It came down to the checkered flag here tonight. My strat was strong. It was very strong, Chris. It was very strong. Hey, how's it going, Egon? I don't know, Chad. I don't know. It's it's close. All right, we have some confirmation here, ladies and gentlemen. Just bear with me for uno momento. Thank you, Larry. I appreciate you, my guy. Apex Larry Birch, ladies and gentlemen, our special operations administrator, taking care of all our statistics, all our standings, and all the point tallying throughout the season. We really do appreciate all that hard work, and here tonight to make sure that we have that live tally here as well. So we don't need to make an announcement in the Discord server at which one of these three drivers won the championship, because all these drivers will be in our podium box here. With the exception of the damn cat, of course. Kilt not quite getting it, but we're gonna bring that up for everybody in just a second here. Just give me a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Just give me a moment. That one will do right there. All right, here we go. All right, chat. Who's got the drum roll? Who's got the drum roll? Come on, let's hear the drum roll. It was a wild finish. It was a wild finish. Are we ready? Everybody at home ready to see who our champion here in the AM division is? I'm going to hit a button. And what you're going to see in this button is what Larry Birch just sent me in behind the scenes to confirm who our champion is here in our AM class. Are you ready, chat? Let's get a hashtag RIWT up in the chat before we open this thing up. Huh? Let's get a hashtag RIWT in the chat. Come on. Come on. Let's do it. Let's fire it up. This is too good not to put the suspense on it. I'm sorry. Too good not to put the suspense on it. Got our fingers crossed coming from Chris. Ooh, it's dicey. It's dicey, chat. I'm telling you. There we go, ATB. That a boy. Get that train rolling. I want to see more. That's not enough. Two's not going to do it, chat. Come on. All right. All right. I'm going to quit leading you on. Are we ready? Our official, unofficially, of course, until, of course, everything is done with stewarding, but I don't think there's going to be much of an issue there here in this particular race. I could be wrong. But our champion here for Roving Island World Tour 2 AM Division this season, ladies and gentlemen, does belong to... No, it's just an open broadcast, ATB. Open broadcast, brother. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. So, as you can see in yellow there, that is the results of our race here. And that is our points tally there. So it is going to be Apex Sim Racing Superman with a 2-point win over JSET from 10 Tenths Racing here. It's going to be 426 points to 424 points. Kilt just missing out there with 418 points. What a battle between these three drivers here this season, but congratulations to the whole field. Much love to all our drivers. Absolutely, absolutely incredible driving from this AM class. So, let's go have a chat with our drivers, shall we? Hey, hey. All right, we're going to go jump up into that podium interview booth. We're going to go hang out with our drivers. And we've got TDC and Kilt in here right now. And I think Jay may be a little. He's not in the interview booth right now, and I can understand that. So you know what, it is all good. So let's go talk to our podium finishers here. Let's go start with our third place driver. I just got to get some audios turned on for everybody here. One more button for you folks at home so you can hear our drivers. All right. Well, let's start with Team Rad's The Damn Cat, coming in with a third place finish here tonight in the race in our finale night. Double points round, giving them a nice, good, solid fourth place overall finish on the season. And that Viper looked very strong here around St. Croix A today. Congratulations on an absolutely hard fought race here tonight, and talk us through your 1 hour endurance race here.
Oh, that was fun. I'm not gonna lie, that was a fun race. I knew coming in, I knew coming into points. If anything, I was gonna be trying to play spoiler from the points, but didn't quite work out that way. Depending on anyway, it was fun. Just came in with knowing exactly what I needed to do to get the best finish I could, and for once, actually executed it almost to perfection, except for one spin early on. But yeah, all in all, I think I did gave it all I had. Left it out there on the track.
Absolutely, and I think that was the case for all our drivers that made it out here tonight. I think all of the field really gave it everything they had here tonight, and what an absolutely incredible race. I mean, this is going to be a race that is going to be talked about for a very long time, I think, through the halls of the GT45 Gaming Discord server and racing community. We have never, ever seen a finale quite like this one this week, and it had lots of ups, it had a lot of down, and a lot of excitement. And you came in with a really, really strong season this season. A couple of bad races for you, and really that's all it was. That kind of just dropped you a little bit out of the fight here tonight. But you had a good, strong performance all season long. You were in that Dodge Viper, the only driver to take that Dodge Viper this season, and I think that you handled that car very, very well this season. And definitely would go on to say that you've represented your team and yourself absolutely spectacularly this season, on track and off the track as well. So I just want to thank you for that. And I mean, it was a great race tonight, and our fourth place overall finisher on the season here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as well. Of course, unofficially until it's all slated in stone at the end of the week here, but looking real solid there for overall fourth place finish. I mean, you had lots of good battles out there. There was lots of different tire strategies on the racetrack here tonight. I mean, did that keep you guessing throughout the large part of the race until the last few laps on what everybody's strategy was and kind of what tires everybody was on at the end of the race?
I figured most people were going to be doing either starting on hards and progressing to softs, or the other way around. And my goal was just get the hards and softs out of the way as quickly as I could possibly get them out, and just do the majority of the race on the softs. Because I struggled in practice on the hards and the mediums, but was able to put good, consistent, clean laps on the softs. And I knew that was going to be being my best chance of pulling something out of the hat tonight.
Absolutely. And I mean, in that final stint, it was really kind of a battle between DDR Kilt and Jay set there up for first and second place. But I mean, you were having a good, healthy battle with our championship points leader. And there was a lot going on up in front of you and at the end of the race there you probably weren't aware of because you had that gap. But I mean, what were your thoughts when you came around that final corner and all of a sudden, bang, those cars are right there? I mean, what was going through your mind right there and right then?
Uh, Honestly, I don't think there was anything on them. Oh, they're there. Okay, let's see what we can do. It's too bad weren't a bit closer whenever we saw them, but
Absolutely, and we just got we got the boss up in the YouTube channel right now. He's saying, "Indeed, very happy with TDC. he's come a long way. Hashtag Team Rad. So it looks like team owner is quite happy with your performance here this season as well, and rightfully so. I mean, you performed well. You had great pace, and I mean, you ran this series as well over in the UK. Just of course, previous to this one dropping here in North America. Um, Happy with the finish? Did you get a better result in this series this year? Was it over there? I mean, what were your thoughts on the overall seasons between the two? I guess.
I could actually tell between when I raced in the UK side and here that by the time we started here, I'd already significantly improved my racecraft and just overall pace because I was definitely a lot slower on a lot of the races in the UK side than I was on this one. And of course, part of that may have been car selection, but at the same time, still, I feel like I've gotten better I improved over there, and I just kept continuing to improve my ability and skill. It was like over here on this side as well, and both were fun. It was fun. I can't say anything against either way.
Beautiful, and I mean that's what it's all about. It's about just getting that seat time and putting in the time around the track, getting those laps, and just learning from the experience and having a little bit of fun along the way is always important too as well. And you know that is the important thing. But you had a great run here today, and you've had a great run all season. So any final remarks you'd like to throw out for everybody viewing at home for your season here this season, and of course any shout outs for the viewers watching at home as well.
Definitely one thing I've learned over this season is that it's okay to take risks. That's one thing I definitely did differently this time around. I took more risk, and with the Viper, it's definitely a risk versus reward type car. Definitely learned to embrace that this season. And for shout outs, obviously to you and the GT45 admin staff for putting this on, DDOT, DDR for coming up with it and allowing us to run it over here. No Landers for always encouraging me to keep better, keep getting better. Just, yeah, it's been fun. Looking forward to the next season.
Absolutely, and you know, great season for you, and great third place finish here tonight, of course, and finale night as well. And you know, we'll let you get back over to that Team Rad paddock and go celebrate with that great team you got over there.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause for Team Rad's the Damn Cat coming in fourth place overall this season here, and a nice third place finish here in our finale. So that was a great racing from him, and he wasn't wrong. We've seen massive improvement from this driver from week to week to week, and look out because this guy is a racer, folks. That's right. All right, let's go jump back into the booth here, and we're gonna go talk to our second place finisher here tonight, Jay Set. He found himself leading the race with just a stint to go, and maybe potentially quite as shocked as I was when we seen that extra set of pit stops come from the drivers. Kilt was shaking him down big time there at the end of the race. Came around the final corner to bring that home to the checkered flag, and boy, just luck wasn't on your side. The car broke free on you and caught up in the wall, and unfortunately, Kilt got around you. But you got it together. You got that car back across the start finish line under its own power for a strong second place finish. I know it's a tough night for you here tonight. I just want to say congratulations. You had a phenomenal race. The strategy worked out really well for you, and talk us through your night, my man. Talk us through your night.
Uh, it was it was a real fun race. Tough at the end. I couldn't tell you. I mean, I know I got a little wide in that corner. Done it before. Never had it snap on me like that. But it is what it is. It's been an amazing season. You know, so much fun running with all these guys. Congratulations to Superman. Yeah, Apex Superman is awesome. Kilt, TT Kilt is, awesome guys. TDC, awesome guy. Everybody's just so friendly, such awesome racers, and yeah, it was a fun race. Strategy worked out pretty well. That was all TT. My team, TT Racing. They helped me out through the entire season so much. So yeah, it was fun. It was a fun race. kind of disappointing at the end. Still not exactly sure what happened, but yeah, great season, man. Great season.
Absolutely, and this is a champion right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is a future champion right here. Most race car drivers would not be willing to come and talk to me right now after a race that happened the way it happened, and it just goes to show to your character and your dedication, of course, to your competitors, and just that respect that you show each other on the racetrack as well. And Kilt needed that win just as bad as you needed that win, just as bad as Superman needed that win tonight. The top three drivers in the championship point standings were really battling it out here tonight for that championship, and I mean, it slipped away from you here tonight, but overall, are you satisfied with how the season went?
Oh, completely more than I could have imagined, honestly. It slipped away, but there's always next season. There's always more racing, and made some really, true down to earth friends here. So yeah, it's been a blast.
Well, that's pretty awesome here, and that's important. We always talk about that throughout the broadcast, throughout the season, and how the drivers really do bond like a family, like brothers and sisters, and behind the scenes, and it is true. It's very true here. It's a special racing community we got here at GT45 Gaming, and we see it happen all the time, and it really does put a smile on your face. But you came in a couple races late into the season. You think you started in round 3, and still had a good charge there. So, like you said, next season's a new season, and a second place finish here tonight, still nothing to shake a stick at here in the finale as well, on a very difficult racetrack. And I mean, a second place overall in the season as well is also nothing to be ashamed of. So, all in all, it's been fun to watch you race this season. Of course, JSEC came into us as an unknown driver. We didn't know who this driver was. He came in, and he very quickly showed what he can do on a racetrack here in the series, and we definitely look forward to seeing what Jay's going to do in the future in leagues all over the sim racing network, because he's got some great pace, he's got a great attitude, and it's going to be fun to watch this driver continue to develop as a racer. But a great racing finish here, and just missing out here this season. But like you said, new season's a new season, and I'm just going to give the floor to you here, because it was just such a crazy race. My jaw's still on the floor here right now in the booth. Any final remarks you want to throw out on the season, your race tonight, and then of course any shout outs to the fans here, the viewers watching at home?
Oh, it was. I'm just glad we got to put on a good show tonight. And I got to give shout outs to you, GT45 Gaming. All the work you do is it's quite amazing how much time and effort you put into this. So I got to thank you for sure. I got to thank 1010 Racing. If I wouldn't be here without all of them, every one of them. Misty and Black Widow have helped me so much. Egon, you helped me out so much today. It was awesome. Kilt, same thing. Lucky, Ginger, you of course. You guys are my online family, man. It's thank you. I do appreciate it, all of you guys, and my IRL family that's watching. Everybody, thank you guys for the support and everything. So, my wife, definitely. She can't be here today, but she's coming home soon. So, looking forward to it. I love you. And yeah, man, all the drivers. Man, congratulations, Superman. I gave it my best. Kilt, awesome, man. Same thing with TDC. It was a blast, and I do appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, as always, we appreciate you taking the time to head up to the booth here and have a little chat with us after a great race, and a little bit of heartbreak here tonight, but coming out with a smile on his face here and absolutely great positive words, and that, again, is just the sign of a champion in the makings, ladies and gentlemen. So congratulations on a great season and a great race tonight, and we'll let you get with that great family and that team behind the scenes and go celebrate a second place overall finish on the season.
Thank you, guys, and thanks to all the fans for watching. Congrats, Soup.
Cheers, brother. Cheers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go talk to the man who stole the win away Mr. DDR killed the wrench in the program here tonight. And boy, this guy, he tried everything he could to get that championship for himself here. And he just fell a little bit short himself, but it was an absolutely great drive here from DDR killed. And a little bit of a surprise ending there, but that's the way it is. Racing is racing, and Kilt was in the right spot at the right time to take advantage and bring home P1. So he's standing on the top of the podium here tonight, St. Croix A in our finale. And it's always good to lock in a finale win. So congratulations on an absolutely great race from you tonight. And let's start with talking about that strategy. I figured you were just going to run that thing out on the hard tires for the remaining, 4 laps of the race, and all of a sudden 4 drivers just dive into pit lane and make a surprise pit stop that we weren't expecting. Was that by design, or was that kind of an on-the-fly strategy change you made as the race was progressing here tonight?
Well, it was completely on the fly. I got to a certain point with the hards, and I'm like, I think I'm going to switch it up and give it all I got. Just do the flat out thing. And I started noticing I was getting closer and closer to catching up to J-Set. And when I come around that corner and seeing him spinning, my heart dropped for the poor guy, but I was like, banana chops. I'm taking the lead. But yeah, it wasn't planned out perfectly, but it worked out to my advantage.
Absolutely, and I mean, you came out 6 seconds in behind J-Set there when you did come out of that pit stop, and of course you had Superman and the Dam Cat only about 7 seconds in behind you at that current point in time as well, and they also were making a pit stop in behind you. So you had 6 laps to put your head down and put the charge in, and at first it didn't seem like you were really getting those big gains on that soft tire over the medium tire, but then near the end it seemed like you really just settled into that car and you gave it kind of that the last final push, and lo and behold, stuff happens in racing all the time, and you were in the right place at the right time to take advantage and come home with a P1. When you crossed the line, did you think that might be enough for you to maybe squeeze that championship title away?
I was hoping so. I had no clue where I was standing in the championships or anything like that. All I knew was tonight was my last night as a DDR driver, so I was going to make it a good one. Well, whether I won or not, I wanted to make it to podium, and I achieved what I wanted to do.
Absolutely, coming in.
Sadly, Jay.
Oh, go ahead.
Sadly, Jay hit the wall so I could get it, but I'll take it.
Well, we say it a lot. Racing is 40% skill, 40% car setup, and 20% luck. And tonight, that 20% luck paid off in your favor here with the big race win. So, you did everything you needed to do. You put yourself in a position where if something were going to happen with the race leader, you were close enough to take advantage of the opportunity, and that most certainly was the case here tonight. And that's going to be a great first place finish for, like you said, the last race is DDR. So big finish there. And third place overall in the season as well is officially where you're gonna land here, pending stewarding, of course, still for the race. So it's going to be a podium finish here overall for the season for you as well. So happy about that as well. Happy how the season has gone for you this season.
Yeah, it's surprising. I never expected to be on podium at the end. So I guess I've achieved things that I was reaching for, but never thought I'd get. I'm way further up the chain than I thought I'd get in the beginning, so I gotta appreciate that much.
Absolutely, and just great racing from you here, and I mean, you just fell a little bit short. You fell 8 points short of taking that championship away from Superman here. You just need a little bit more help there, but great race from you here tonight, and what a show that you guys absolutely put on here tonight for the viewers at home. The stream was very, very lit all night long, and they were cheering all of you drivers on throughout the race. So, it was great to see you out there. It was nice to see Kilt be able to get in and get a full series in here as well. Kilt has been racing with us for since the beginning, for over a couple of years now, in what we've got handed down coming from the chain from our UK partners there. In this case, DDR this season. And, it's been an up and down season each season for him. But this season, he had a goal and succeeded that goal and conquered. So that's the important thing. We want the drivers to come out, learn, and get a good experience, and, of course, have fun. So is that kind of a goal, mission accomplished for this season, Kilt?
Yep. This season, I've accomplished more than I expected. Now, I get to pack my stuff and head off to TT land, as they call it. And maybe I'll take first place next year.
You just
or
never
next
know.
league.
You just never know.
Exactly.
All right.
All I know right now is my boss is going to be happy that Mondays I can work again.
I think that may be the case for a few bosses out there, for some of our drivers, where they get that night back here.
Yeah.
But great racing from you all season long. Again, you showed great racecraft out there, good patience and great pace out there in that GTR all season long. And at the end of the year, it comes out with an overall third place finish. So great racing from you. And I guess any final remarks on the season and or the race here tonight, and any shout outs you'd like to throw out to the viewers watching at home?
Well, this season was one of the best that you put on so far that I've been able to attend, and it was a pleasure being able to attend the whole season this time, which I think helped a lot for my standings in the overall. But I got to race with a bunch of really great guys, made some new friends, hung out with some old friends, got to race side by side with Superman again. Next year, man, next season, I'm coming for that first place. I know it. But gotta thank you mostly. Wasn't for you, these shows wouldn't be on. We wouldn't have all this stuff to enjoy and all the content to watch. Can't wait for the next stuff that you put out. I'm always around for that. And thank DDR and all them over there. And it's a sad day that I'm moving teams, but they're all great guys and still part of the family and everything. So gotta thank all of them for putting on what they do so that we can enjoy it over here too. And yeah, like I always say, don't quit, don't stop, reach for the top. And yeah, I pulled it off tonight for the race win.
Absolutely, and a great race when it was, and again, congratulations on top of the podium here in our finale, and a great run to try and grab that trophy here tonight. But third place overall here for DDR's kilt, ladies and gentlemen. And with that being said, we're going to let you get back to the paddock and go celebrate with that great team over there at DDR.
Thank you, sir, and have a good night.
Appreciate you. Always appreciate that time from the drivers coming into the booth here and having a word with us. But now, last but not least, the man of the hour here, ladies and gentlemen. He didn't make it on the podium here tonight, but he's got the most important interview of the season. He's got a championship trophy interview. So let's go talk to Apex Sim Racing Superman. You did it, bro. I mean, congratulations. It was a tough race tonight. It was up and down moments. I'm sure there was lots of emotions going on inside that racing car as your race was progressing. You had a great strategy coming into the race. It didn't quite play out the way you were hoping to, but at the end of the day, fate is fate, and you're holding up the big trophy this season. 2 points over J-Set and a championship title. I mean, congratulations. How you feeling, man?
Thanks, Timmy. I'm still just blown away right now, dude. Like, is this real? Did that really happen?
Yes, sir. Live and on camera.
Oh, dude, and I think I went for the 4-stop. I planned for 18 laps. The middle of that 4 stint, it just unraveled. I knew it was going to go to 19 laps. I knew I didn't have enough fuel. I had to come in for a splash and dash. Then after I came out of the pits, I don't know if the tires cooled down in the pits or whatever, but the car felt weird. I bottled it in the midsection, bounced it off the wall, got some front suspension damage, and at that point I was like, well, I ain't pitting again, because Diabolus was 20 seconds behind me. So I was like, I'm just gonna ride it out. Hopefully one of them boys up there run out of gas, something. I mean, I was holding on to straws there, and not exactly how I wanted to win it, but I'll take it, man. Gutted for Jay. I don't know, man. It's a mix of emotions right now. Like, I'm happy, I'm excited, and I'm also like, that sucks for Jay, dude. Like, he had that thing, man. I thought I had that wrapped up and gifted to him for sure.
Yeah, it turns out that he decided to put a little bow on it and give it back to you instead. Racing's racing, and I mean, at the end of the day, he didn't do anything wrong. He just went into the corner. He caught his rear bumper his rear right bumper on the wall on the exit of the final corner, and a little bit of tire wear, and maybe just a little too excited on the throttle as you see in that start finish line potentially, and the car swung back around on him, and that was it. It was game over. Kilt went around, got first place, and he managed to get that car turned around and then bring it back across the second place. And that's racing. That's racing. That's the way it goes. A tire could puncture, an engine could blow seconds from the start finish line. You don't cross that start finish line, and then it's race over as well, right? So, at the end of the day, you did what you had to this season. You raced hard. You got great race finishes. You battled when you needed to battle. You put yourself where you needed to put yourself, and you came in with a 10-point championship lead. So the end result of the race here tonight is the end result of the race. Racing is racing. We all know that, especially viewers at home watching. We see it all the time. You earned it, man. That was a well-earned championship title this season, and whether it's by 2 points or 200 points, you're still holding the big trophy at the end of the night, and we're proud of you here, especially at GT45 Gaming. I'm personally congratulating you because I'm proud of you. You're an OG here, and how far you've come this season just puts a big smile on my face, and I'm gutted for Jay as well, as of course he's one of my drivers right now on 10/10s, but I am absolutely so ecstatic for you and so happy for you and what you've accomplished this season. And you just hold your head up high, man, because it was hard earned. You came in with, in my opinion, out of date technology machinery against all these new racing cars, and you showed them what's up, and you're the champion. So don't take away your season from you, because you did what you had to put yourself in the position you were in tonight, and a little bit of luck came on your side, and you're a champion, my guy. So we do know that this is his first league championship here as well for Apex Sim Racing Superman. So congratulations on that. And I mean, the floor is yours, my dude. Take it away.
Thank you, Timmy. The thanks is reciprocated to you as well. The boys on track. Almost every time I'm up here talking about them, I always got to brag on them because they're just good down to earth people, man. You won't find a better group of guys out here racing, doing it week in, week out. But yeah, man, I won the championship, baby. Let's go, baby. Fire me up, dude. I'm sorry, dude. I'm normally quiet, but oh my god, dude, let's go. Let's go. I want to thank the boys back at the shop, Apex Sim Racing. Dude, I did it. I brought it home, baby. I brought one for the trophy case. Boys, let's go, dude. I'm fired up.
Listen to this man go. There we go. This is an excited champion right here. You've earned it, man, and rightfully so. And we're not really going to take up any more of your time, because I'm sure you've got a family in the background that's just absolutely ready to celebrate with you, and of course the great Apex Sim Racing crew behind the scenes that are tearing down the paddock right now. We can hear them from here. So any final remarks on the race tonight? Of course, any shout outs before we let you go celebrate an absolutely great victory here this season?
The race, I mean, long story short, I planned for 18. It went 19. I had to adapt on the fly, kind of unraveled, but it worked itself out. So I'm proud. I'll take that. I'll take it any way I can get it, man, especially against these guys. So I want to give it, again, big shout out to you, Timmy, putting this on. Big shout out to the boys on track. Really big shout out to the boys back at the shop at Apex. They've been behind me for a year and a half now, really pushing me every day. Always want me to get better than I was the day before. A big shout out to the missus, doing the mama duties as I'm doing these races and stuff, and just big shout out to anybody that's helped me along the way. People that popped in the party chats or popped in the practice lobbies, throwing tips and tricks in. It comes from everybody, man. It's not just a team. It's more of a community effort and specifically a team effort. It's everybody getting together and helping each other out. So big thanks to everybody. Thanks to all the people watching in the stream. And I got it, baby. I got it. Let's go.
Absolutely, and just a huge congratulations. I mean, it was a very hard worked season, and it really literally came down to the checkered flag at the end of the season here to see who our champion was in this AM division. So well done, and congratulations, and thanks for coming and taking a little extra time to come and talk with us here tonight. And you know what? We're going to let you go and celebrate, my man. Congratulations.
Thank you, Timmy. I'll holler at you later, dude.
You betcha, brother. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as the champagne starts to spray on the podiums here, the drivers are fired up. The crowd is roaring here at St. Croix. What a race. What an absolute doozy of a finale here tonight from our AM division. You can't make this stuff up. You cannot script this kind of action on the racetrack. Wow. My chin is still on the floor. It's going to take a couple days for me to soak in what we saw here tonight, but this is definitely going to be one that's going to be remembered for a very, very long time. And congratulations to all of our drivers in the series here this year. It's not just the drivers that finished on that podium. We have a whole plethora of drivers here in the series. So I just want to take the time to thank each of our drivers. We've got Jay, we've got Apex Sim Racing Superman. I'd like to thank Diabolus for being here this season. It's Cody B from Facebook Gaming was here racing with us this season. Would like to say thank you to him. Of course, Team Rad's the damn cat. I'd like to say thank you to VPR's Chip Reese and Lucky Seven there and Cornstick as well. I'd like to say a big thank you to Apex Sim Racing's Heathen and Apex Sim Racing Superman. We'd like to say thank you to ATK's Captain Pedro as well. We've got DDR Hulky, who is also here racing with us in our AM division this season. We'd like to throw a big shout out to him, and of course, DDR Kilt here as well. To all our drivers that are still here and have left the season for whatever their reasons were throughout the season, we appreciate you, and we'll be back in the new year with another huge championship series here coming from GT45 Gaming. In the meantime, of course, we'll be taking a little break and, of course, preparing for Christmas season and some charity events that'll be happening here through the page. So, welcome. We appreciate all of everybody hanging out with us here. These AMs absolutely started off our racing season so spectacularly for us here every week. GG's to these drivers. They put on some absolutely spectacular racing. They gave us some great highlights all season long. And with that being said, we'll come up with a little bit of a highlight reel here for the last couple of rounds of racing over in a couple of weeks' time as well. So got a little bit of work to do behind the scenes to make everything official here, but from what I can tell, it looks like that was a clean race. I don't think we've seen any contact incidents between drivers, and I don't think we're going to see any reports filed. So it's just a matter of a 24-hour period, and of course those results will get posted officially here in the Discord pending our stewarding period. So we'll be back tomorrow night with our Pro Division, same place, same time, at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time here on the GT45 Gaming YouTube channel. The remainder of the season will be solely here to YouTube, as YouTube is going to now become our full-time streaming channel here at GT45 Gaming, so we appreciate everybody. Huge love to our presenters here, D-Dot Racing, DDR, and of course, I'm your host for the evening, GT45 Gaming. We hope you all enjoyed the broadcast, and well, we got 2 more to go. We still got 2 champions to crown yet here this week. We got our pros tomorrow night, and we'll have our pro-ams here on Wednesday evening as well to finish off this great racing season here from D-Dot Racing and the group over there in the United Kingdom. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Remember, you all matter. Our doors are always open. You need a shoulder to cry, and you just need somebody to bounce some anger off of. Hit us up, man. Hit us up in DM, and we'll do what we can to try and help you get through what you're going through. You just never know. Sometimes we have real-world experience that can help relate as well. And stay winning. Just never give up. Keep your head down. Always push forward. And if there's any prime example of it tonight, Apex Sim Racing Superman is prime example. He thought that he let that championship slip away. He didn't give up. He kept pushing. And lo and behold, he's holding a trophy at the end of the night. So congratulations to our champion, Apex Sim Racing Superman. Congratulations to JSET for 2nd overall and Killed for 3rd overall. And again, congratulations to the whole AM class division here from Roving Island World Tour to North America and GT45 Gaming. We appreciate everybody hanging out with us here on Monday nights. We'll see you tomorrow night. Until the next one.